The songwriting story behind Let It Be. Paul McCartney wrote Let It Be during a turbulent time for the Beatles. It was 1968, and the band was falling apart. Business arguments, creative clashes, and personal tension were everywhere. One night, while Paul was feeling particularly low, he had a dream about his mother, Mary, who had died when he was 14. In the dream, she came to him and said, "It will be all right, just let it be." When he woke up, those words stuck with him. Paul later said the dream gave him comfort, like a message of peace in the middle of the chaos around him. That feeling became the heart of the song. He began working on Let It Be at his home in St. John's Wood. The chords and melody came easily, and when he took it to the studio, the rest of the band joined in, though not always happily. John Lennon thought it sounded too much like a hymn, and George Harrison was frustrated with how Paul directed the sessions. Still, the song pushed through. The version most people know was recorded in January 1969 and later produced by Phil Spector, who added his signature orchestral sound with strings, brass, and a choir that gave it that soaring gospel-like feel. But there's also a rougher, earlier take, closer to how Paul first imagined it. A small Easter egg hides in the single version. George Harrison's stunning guitar solo is different from the one on the album. Paul liked both so much that two versions were released, one more delicate, one more electric. When Let It Be was released in 1970, the Beatles had already split. The song felt like a farewell, calm, hopeful, and spiritual. Many fans saw it as Paul's way of saying goodbye to the band and everything they'd been through. Years later, Paul said he still feels his mother's presence when he performs it live. He called Let It Be a song of positivity, written out of a dream that brought him peace. And that dream, and those simple words, became one of the most powerful messages in music history. Like and follow for more stories behind the songs that shaped music.